A lot more with someone in middle school when I treat them as the boy that they are versus trying to make them men when they're not. And they probably have very few examples of that.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Coming with straight truth.
Corey, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you when I first started hearing your voice. And what you're doing, in the words of T-Pain and Gorilla, I love it.
Thank you, brother.
Check it out one time.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We are inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
How you doing and feeling this morning, bro?
I am feeling great. It's Hump Day Wednesday. Ain't nobody humping around. Shout out to Bobby Brown.
Our producer, Rhea Riley, great morning. How are you doing and feeling this morning?
Good morning, doing all right. Thank you. How are you guys?
Blessed. Can't complain. Can't complain.
Ain't nobody humping around.
Boy.
You didn't hear me say this is Hump Day Wednesday, and that was Bobby Brown's song. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody humping when he actually was humping around.
Hey, great morning to Dr. Ken. He just
Dr. Ken was in there.
Yeah, he just stepped inside there.
Dr. Ken's humping around.
You know what? Don't.
You gonna do a Dr. Ken impression while he here?
Yeah, I will. If
do it in his face.
He's
you gangster.
Yeah, I am.
You gangster.
I was about to do it, but he went in and out of the studio, so I'm not sure if he would hear it. So yeah,
he went in and out too quick. Pause.
Yeah, I was. Okay,
it's too early.
It is. No, it's not.
It isn't.
It is
never too early to be joyful and.
That's right.
And what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know
because I'm not gonna add any more words into it because so
ain't nobody humping around.
Great morning. Shout out to our YouTube fans and Truth Nation. Great morning. Our Aunt Kawanda, she is here, and homeroom crew. She's like, I'm here. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. And then our Aunt Kawanda said, pause to you both. Right. We didn't do nothing. Well, I didn't. I was innocent in that. But I paused because Dr. Ken, had he been still in the producer studio, I absolutely would have, went on and been the best impression that I can of my teammate, Dr. Ken.
You gotta have that same
Truth in the afternoon, huh?
You gotta have that same energy.
Oh yeah. Man, listen, I am TTG, man. I am trained to go. I am ready. Well, and it would be interesting if he came in and was to join us.
You need to make a list of all your acronyms.
Oh man. I actually do.
You got a list?
Yeah, I actually do have a list. And listen, my list is I guarantee you it's longer than Al's.
I was just gonna mention you and Al should have
it is definitely.
Y'all should have an acronym battle. People used to have dance battles. Y'all should have an acronym battle, and y'all just throw acronyms out. TTG, FKC, and you just keep throwing stuff out.
Like, what the hell? WCH, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, I did it. Beautiful, intelligent, talented, compassionate human.
That is too much.
But it worked.
Beautiful,
intelligent, talented, compassionate, human.
Now, I would put rules and parameters on these acronyms.
Man,
your acronym has to spell another word. Boom.
It spells the word.
What does that spell?
I can't say it.
It does. Listen, I wasn't even thinking about the foul language.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why they work. That's why they work.
Y'all tripping.
I'm telling you, Yeah.
I wouldn't even think about that.
See what I'm saying?
I'm on the radio, and that's not where my mind was. If we was in the streets, then yeah, but on the radio.
But that's where the acronyms come
beautiful,
from.
Intelligent,
talented, compassionate, human. It makes it sound so much better, doesn't it?
Shout out to Too Short.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, you so stupid. You so stupid. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. So yeah, that's the whole thing. That you're able to get around a lot of things and kind of take it there, but not go there. So yeah, that's one. That's one.
All right,
I got a list.
You got a whole list, and y'all should have a dance battle.
A dance battle with acronym
battle.
Okay, I was gonna say
Al, an acronym battle.
Go.
And that's what y'all should do.
You're like, your turn. All right. Well, what about? We're like, okay, hold on. Let's think about it. You ever see some of them videos on Facebook or some of the reels that people do, and they got the people sitting around the table talking about, they'll say certain stuff and be like,
And they try not to laugh.
Yeah, well, that was a good one. That was a good one.
You got me there.
Yeah.
And and they try not to laugh.
We can make that happen.
They have, we all off. I don't know what we're talking about. But listen, my guy sends all of these stuff. He put me on to these roast battles where they just sit in the classroom and they just roast people.
Yeah.
Somebody goes to the front of the class and they just roast them. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
If you are a true Milwaukeean, you understand how to rib.
Yep.
It is powerful viewing because some of these ribs are hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them foul, but then some of them, when they catch fire,
absolutely.
Oh my
it's
God,
on and cracking from there.
It's platinum entertainment.
Yeah, that part. Great morning to girl Bailey Coleman. Great morning, love you, Bailey. I know that she is tuned in. And also, prepping herself. I'm sure even when she's not doing the morning show, she got to get her coffee. She got to get her coffee.
Just like some people need their coffee in the morning.
There you go.
What song is that from, though?
Not sure.
EST, the Admiculous One. I'm greatest man alive. You remember that joint, right?
Yeah, well, I'm the magnificent. Man, I think that he got shorted, man. Yeah, he got shorted out, man. You know what I mean? Special ed.
Special ed? Yeah, because he was the youngest in charge. So anytime you enter a game that young, that's what happens. And you start reading the clippings. Anyway.
Yeah. So there are things that are going on in and around the city. And we got the juvenile detention center. We got a lot of different things that we're going to try to get to this morning, and we always invite you to join in Truth Nation at 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. See, you got to be quick like R.N. Kawanda. She like, I got it right away.
Yeah, she got it.
You know what I mean?
My mind wasn't there though, but it is now.
Venus Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't going to. Yeah. I don't think they're there right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So maybe I should, and that was a great thing because I was going to be like, yep, I may as well. Do
this is up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Let's see.
Did you watch I know it's not a sports show, but did you watch the NBA Cup thing last night?
The Emirates Cup.
What you think of that?
It's
straight. It's just Vegas making money.
That's it. That's all.
It's extra games, Vegas making money. They must be making a whole lot of money off of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they paying the players $500,000 if they win. And if they make it to the championship game, you get like $500,000 a piece. That's more than some of them players make in a year at the end of that bench. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they make more than that. But I'm just saying, that's still like half of what they make and stuff like that.
Right.
Or if you're on a two-way contract, that'll be like a good sum.
In the last one, I believe it was one of our players that ended up like donating
probably
the money to
somebody else,
to a great cause or something.
Patrick Connaughton or something like that probably did that. I know because the Bucks won last year over AKC, and then New York won this year over San Antonio. It's just a way to make the games more meaningful in the middle of the season. But still, it was okay to watch. I wasn't that interested though.
Yeah, you know, and since we're diving in there, I know that it's going to be a struggle to watch the field without Micah Parsons out there, but and Watson, and you know what I mean. But
did they determine if Watson gonna play or not?
They haven't said yet.
It don't matter because he still ain't gonna be 100%.
Absolutely not.
And it took everything to beat the Bears last time. So now we playing them at home.
Right.
We playing them at home, and without our best players, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I
think we can do it though. You know what I mean? I mean, they got all their weapons. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard fought battle.
It's gonna be a hard hill to climb without Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm. But
because people don't understand, even when he doesn't get to the quarterback, he's still got 2 or 3 players focusing on him. So that opens it up for everybody else on the defensive line and other linebackers. It opens it up for them. So they're on one-on-ones, and one of them's got to beat somebody one-on-one. So you putting that pressure on the quarterback that way. Without him there, it's going to be different. It's going
to be different,
back
man.
To reality.
But I think that, we may be able to pull it out, man. It's going to be tough.
I'm a Packer backer, so I have faith, but I ain't expecting much.
Right.
So
and I think that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? If we do come off with the W, of course I'll be excited. But if we don't, I will understand. You were working with a crutch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You were out there. You were wounded basically.
Right. It's like going to see your kid and say your kid play ball, and you ain't seen this dude practice once, and then you go to the game and then he mad that he ain't get in the game or something. You like, come on, man. I ain't seen you practice. You ain't get in the game. So you go with expectations, but you know what's going to happen. We're going with expectations for what the Packers can do, but we probably know what's going to happen.
Right. We're going to take a break. And during this break, Dame, I'm going to tell you this joke that Milwaukee comedian Old School has that reminds me of what you're saying. It's a hilarious joke, but we got some other things we'll be talking about when we come back. Of course, I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
And we'll be black.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Harder Canal Street Spotlight, this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Marco Morrison, Executive Director at College Possible, a nonprofit organization that helps low-income and first-generation students with the college process and sets them up for success in college. Again, that is the Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Harder Canal Street Spotlight, this Wednesday with College Possible at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, ho, ho. So many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Are you ready for open enrollment? Now through January 15th, you can explore affordable health insurance options. If you don't already have coverage through your job, Medicare, or Medicaid, the Community Health Access Program, CHAP, helps residents find affordable plans and guides you through the enrollment process, connecting you with resources to support your family. CHAP is a program of the City of Milwaukee Health Department. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/CHAP. That is milwaukee.gov/CHAP, or calling 414-286-8620.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome, Black. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Yes.
And what's going on in correctional facilities, man?
Well, I guess they, people get work released. I didn't know this, and I'm going to hip Milwaukee to a lot of stuff. Did you know that work release started in Wisconsin?
No, I didn't know it started in Wisconsin.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know it started in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin used to be a very progressive state historically. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came all the way back to slavery, when you talked about, you mentioned it the other day, the guy that's under the bridge and how he was a freed slave and he came through Wisconsin and stuff. It was a
right there. That's why it's there.
It was a prominent spot in the Underground Railroad to Canada.
Absolutely.
And it was a destination spot.
Absolutely.
Things have changed, ain't it?
Yeah, but when we talk about it, like, people got to think, like, with a lot of the programs, the W-2s and all of that kind of stuff, we were the guinea pig for a lot of these programs that have went national. Yeah.
I remember when W-2 popped off, and then Bill Clinton took it national and stuff like that. But I remember
we were the guinea pig.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
When you think about the history of Wisconsin and how, like I said, it was mostly progressive, and progressive is said with quotation marks because it was still slavery and stuff like that. But it was, abolitionist. It was, even up until the early '80s and stuff like that. It was still, ahead of the curve. But things changed.
Yeah.
Late '70s. When do you think it? It was always that way, I guess. It was still the North, and it was still hyper-segregated as Milwaukee is and as Wisconsin is. But along the way, it seems like it's become more, the Voss type of people are running the state, and it's lost its progressive nature, And when we're talking about this work release, that's what prompted that conversation is with work release. They got these prisoners in these prisons, and they're about to get out, but they don't have no jobs for them.
Right.
Well,
and go ahead.
A part of me is like, well, they don't got no jobs for us, and we ain't in jail. So I don't know why you think you're gonna get one and you in jail, but that's just neither here nor there. They promised these people a job to restart their lives once they get out, and so they can save money and stuff. But
yeah, and shout out to all of the reentry programs that are out here and are trying to help those that are being released navigate, Black into regular civilian life. Because the wages in there, man, like, one of the problems that I have with some people that end up being released from prison, and they talking about, man, I just need a job. So you end up, hey, they're hiring. All these places are hiring, right? And oh man, I don't want that. I don't want that. I have a problem with some of them because in prison, how much was you making?
Unfortunately, you was making pennies. You was being a slave.
Right.
And that don't mean you should still stay a slave, but you have to realize you was in prison.
Right.
And now you got to start yourself at the bottom of the totem pole.
Right.
So if that means working at McDonald's, if that means you're not gonna come out and just be able to work in the office.
Not now there's some people that end up getting degrees or whatnot while they're there. But again, I think that
they still do that. I thought they stopped that. Like you can still go to school.
They may have stopped it now, but I remember when they were able to still end up getting degrees. You know what I mean? And with the education, but my thing is again, you have to humble yourself. And not treat that like, man, no, I don't want to do. No, come on now. First, you're trying to be reintegrated into society. Mm-hmm. A lot of things have changed for some people according to how long they had been locked down. So, just to come out and say, yeah, I'm going to be a six-figure person, and I'm not taking anything less. I don't have a problem with the motivation, the mind motivation of, but there's going to be a lot of work that you're going to have to do to get there. And you shouldn't come out with the expectations of you're going to get this and you've been away from society. You don't have all of the technical training and skills to do some of these jobs. A lot of them don't even know how to navigate the internet.
That's real talk. And you can get a degree. And
you still can?
You can still
okay.
Do it. Yeah. If anybody is able to listen to us locked up, y'all make sure y'all get them papers. Mm-hmm. Get to them degrees while you can. Do what you can while you're there. Whether it be a GED, whatever it is, really rehabilitate.
Absolutely.
While you're there. Because they trying to make you, we all know that a lot of these prisons, especially these privately owned prisons, like I don't know if y'all know this, we're talking about prisons, that those detainees, and I was telling, I don't know, it may have been just Rhea and Bailey, I was telling them that the detainees that they are getting now for this immigration stuff, they go into these private prisons, and they are working, they're putting them to work. They're not just holding them.
Right.
They're putting them to work, and so they're going to work for corporations, and they're getting paid like $1 a day.
Absolutely.
And then to call out, they charge them $5. So they work all week to make a call. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's essentially slave labor, and that's a lot of times prison work is that way as well. But in most cases, you done did something to get yourself locked up, and you give away your rights. 13th Amendment, and only slavery is when, and I'm sure I'm gonna get, if Rhea cuts this and puts this on the internet, I'm gonna get my man, I can't remember his name, Skinny Folks or something. He's gonna come in talking crazy because he was doing it to me yesterday on Instagram. Because I said America instead of the United States. He's like, you don't know geography because you didn't say the United States. Man, if you don't know it's America that I'm talking about as the United States, then what are we having this conversation? That's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is, in prison, you are giving up your rights to be free, and they are going to take advantage of it.
Yep.
All the way, right?
Yeah, and it's so much stuff that's made in prisons now.
You would not imagine how much stuff is made. If we had a list, you should Google that, a list of everything that's made by prison labor. You would be shocked. You would be shocked at how much stuff is made by prison labor. And sometimes you go to McDonald's, and this article was talking about that. Sometimes you go to McDonald's and you see people and they don't have on uniforms. And you be like, who is this person that don't have on a uniform but just working? He's probably prison labor that's on a day pass or work release or something. Because they don't give them the full uniforms. They just come and they work.
Yep.
That's probably what he is. And you don't even know it. And he's not getting He may be getting what they're getting, but they're saving it up for when they get out, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's like with Huber Law, like you basically paying to be out.
Yeah, you paying.
You paying to be out.
Huber was an actual person that invented work release.
I can only imagine when I heard the name.
I just read that.
Yeah, when I heard the name years ago or decades ago.
We correlated with, the Huber Work Release Center. You know, like, oh, I'm in Huber. That's an actual person. They, Anyway.
So what is so do what is fair pay if you lock down?
You forfeited your rights to fair pay. So I don't. So that's an excellent question. I know you shouldn't be working for pennies. Mm-hmm. You should probably. I know corporations shouldn't be able to fatten their wallets and increase their bottom line.
Off your slave labor.
Off of your slave labor. I know they shouldn't be able to do that. But other than that, I don't know it enough to say, okay, they should pay this. And then if they do get paid, then the state is just going to be like, all right, give me that money.
Yeah. Because it's going to be restitution.
Now you're going to have to pay. Because how they'll do it. If you do work while you're in prison, now you got to pay for your room and board. Mm-hmm. You're making money, and we're paying for you to live here, and our taxes are paying whatever.
Yeah, but we still paying extra to house them, and they.
So it's a catch-22, right?
It is.
But I know they shouldn't be working for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah. So.
But it also shouldn't be sharecropping either.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to find out, what people think. Do you think there should be a certain wage for prisoners?
Should prisoners have a minimum wage?
Yeah.
Should they have? Because right now they don't. I assume it's determined by the institution and determined by the states or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and especially if they're in there for a long period of time, that could be part of the restitution that they have to pay to other people.
Even if I'm in there for a long period of time.
But they're going to make a store. They're going to just buy a bunch of Zuzus and Wan-Wans and buy. What
if I want to send money to my kids and still help with that? Mm-hmm. You're taking me away from my family.
Yeah.
I did whatever I did. I'm locked up. But let me help so that I don't create the same situation for those that follow.
Yeah, your restitution might be more than that. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Al, we see you on the Truth Talk text line. Truth Nation, we want to hear from you, 833-212-1017. You're listening to Truth in the Morning. We'll be black.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/gift cards.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on Collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Southbound on 41, a hefty ride from just south of Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton. On the northbound side, slowing down from before Mayfair Road all the way up to Silver Spring. Eastbound 94, watch for backups from Highway F all the way to about Springdale Road, back on the brakes from Parker Road past Calhoun. And then you're one more delayed from just before 84th Street all the way to Hawley Road. On the westbound side, got delays from 25th Street to Hawley Road, and then again, just before Moreland Road, you're going to see delays all the way to Barker. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, cloudy skies, a low of 28. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a chance of afternoon showers, a high of 37. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazica on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome, Black. Our Truth Talk text lines are open. 813-213-1017.
That was your Dracula voice right there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, we got callers that
I only know because of the pauses in them.
That Count Chocula. That's you know. One, two, that. But we are talking about the prison. There you go. Welcome. There you go. Thank you, my brother.
I just wanted to join the party.
I know. I said, well, thank you. We are talking about prisoners and the wages that they are getting. Should prisoners be making minimum wage, or what's your thoughts? We also have it on our YouTube page, and while you're there, hit that like and subscribe. Should prisoners have a minimum wage for labor, yes or no? We've got Al up first. Al, thank you for holding through the break. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation about prisoners and how much they're making, and should it be more? What's your truth?
My truth is it shouldn't be for pennies on the dollar, because when they get out, they're already going to have four walls that's built around them while they're telling them be an asset to society. So when they do get out and they have these pennies, what are they going to be able to do? And then also think about this. What kind of rehabilitation are they really giving them? Because you done kept them away from society for a minute of time, and then you release them, and then you tell them the asset to society. And then keep in mind, a lot of these privately owned prisons are starting to sue the states because the beds are not full. So to me, I feel like kind of keep them detrimented, because if they don't have nothing when they get out, now they have a reason to reoffend. But yes, but if you give them some real, I can't even think of the word, rehabilitation or something where they can actually read, write, and they might be able to get out of here with some type of check, and maybe they should have a place where they can rent, because most places are not going to rent to them. Most jobs are not going to rent to them or hire them. So what is the rehabilitation going to be? And the thing is, do you really want them to be an asset to society? Because you can't say be an asset to society, release them with pennies on a dollar, and then put four walls around them and tell them, be something good of yourself. Because Because now you're setting them up for destruction. And if they're black, they're already going to be doomed because, if they're white, they got the white privilege, so they're going to be able to move and groove. So I kind of think the system is kind of set up for them to fail because if they want you to move forward, they're going to do everything and anything within the means so you can be an asset. Look at our government. Have a great day.
This is one of the first calls that he hasn't used acronyms. Listen, but he was spitting truth.
Yesterday, Al.
In my opinion.
Al, yesterday, shout out to Al. I wanted to say it while he was still on the air and thank him again because yesterday he dropped some knowledge on us that started a whole conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And it went on for about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It was something deep, and he dropped it on us. And so shout out to Al. And I think he just did it again to us. Listen, y'all. I just looked this up.
PBJ will be coming to you in a moment.
There are no federal or state minimum wage for prisoners in the U.S. Courts have ruled they aren't employees under labor laws, allowing for extremely low pay, cents per hour, or even no pay, a practice rooted in the 13th Amendment's exception for penal law. Though some states and legislation aim to improve these rates, wages vary widely from pennies to around $2 an hour, with many states paying under $1 an hour.
Yep.
And some paying nothing at all.
Yep. We got Truth Nation. They are lighting the lines up. And so we're going to be going to the lines and Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. DVJ, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation talking about prisoner wages. What's your truth?
Yeah, thanks for taking my call, Homer and Dane. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I know a lot about this world. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I'm actually down to 220 more days till I discharge off parole. I got released April 8, 2013 after doing a 7-year, 3-month bid straight. I've been out, no mess ups, ain't been back to jail for a day. My PO actually told me it's unheard of for someone to get out, be on paper that long and not mess up.
Right.
See, I got 220 more days, so I discharge. I'll be able to vote finally next year. So yeah, so basically, like, I'll just tell y'all, like, the whole time I was in there, pretty much, you know what I mean? Like, unless you're doing a program like a boot camp, earn release program, you know what I'm saying? Like working for BSI, which is a Fox Lake, where they make wood, cabinets, all that stuff, license plates, all that stuff. Unless you're doing a job like that, which you're only going to catch like $1 an hour. When I was at Fox Lake, right? They got Badger State Industries there. They make furniture and all that. That was the highest paying gig in the whole joint. Y'all want to know what the dude was making? He was making $1.05 an hour.
Wow.
That's it. Anything else you doing there, you're shoveling, doing all that kind of stuff, you're making 15 cents an hour. You know what I mean? You know how long it'll take you if you ain't got no help on the streets, if you maybe you're in burn bridges or whatever. If you ain't got nobody sending you nothing, looking out, it'll take you a good 6-7 months just to save up $50.
Wow.
And here's the other thing: if you have somebody send you some money into the joint, like let's say a family member sends you like $100 or something, the state, the joint's going to get all that money. If you owe surcharge, court costs, restitution, they're going to take a cut of that. You might only end up seeing about $25 of that 100.
Wow.
That's why a lot of people don't have money sent in and all that. But anyways, yeah, it's real deal. I was making 15 cents an hour when I first got there, working in the kitchen and stuff like that. When I did the earn release program, I was making $1 an hour. That's it.
So you just said when people send people money, they take some. So if you put something on somebody,
they get it off the cuff.
Yeah, you help it pay their restitution, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, here's the cold thing. I'm gonna get out of here, right? I paid all my restitution. I owe thousands of dollars, right? I paid all my stuff off 2 years ago. I was like, let me just go on and pay this. Paid it off 2 years ago, y'all. I don't owe them nothing. Restitution, court, all that, paid all my stuff off. So I asked my PO, right, because I ain't discharged yet. So I said, so I paid all this off, so what's next? She was like, well, you got to just still pay $20 a month because you're still on supervision. So I'm paying them to be on paper. You know, all actuality, I don't owe them nothing no more.
Wow.
So, Homer, when you were just saying how you got to pay to be on supervision and all, that's a real deal. So in reality, they gave me 3 punishments. Not only did I do the 7 years and 3 months, I got out with 13 years of paper, y'all.
Wow.
13 years of paper, and then when I discharged, I'll finally be able to vote next year. That's why it's so important for me to vote. And I'll be hearing people talking about like blowing voting off. I'm like, damn, I'm itching to vote. Y'all sitting there tripping.
Right.
So yeah, that's how that stuff really goes. If y'all ever want to know any of that stuff, just holler at me. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, I can break all that down to you because I know that world, unfortunately.
You know, and thank you for that call, DBJ. But, you know, and that's in another sense, we could definitely utilize having somebody like that coming into the studio, because maybe some of these parents and, you know, guardians can make sure that their children come black if they're not able to listen to it in the morning when we're doing the show, but come black and watch that show and hear the real deal of what it's like. And this is what you're trying to fight your way to get into. We've got Nikki on the True Talk text lines. Nikki, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation about prison wages. What's your truth? Nikki?
I want to say congratulations to the gentleman before me for, you know, coming out of prison and getting his things together. I'm currently in Texas driving to one of my prison programs. I actually develop educational programs for the federal prisons. And I'm going to honestly say that I do believe that prisoners should be making a minimum wage. And we totally know and understand that the 13th Amendment does state that, you know, slavery is abolished unless you are incarcerated, to just put it you know, in plain terms. But
right.
I do think it's unfair, and we know and understand that prison is not about rehabilitation. I honestly do think it's about increasing recidivism, right? The goal is to have individuals to return. and the way that you look at it, you know, it's to have individuals to return because it is a profit to be made from that. And that's why when I hear, and I know you gentlemen are going to talk about this a little later, when I hear about like the juvenile detention center that they're building in Milwaukee, and knowing and understanding how they determine where prisons are going to be, they look at third grade reading scores, right? And they look at those reading scores and they put those prisons in those areas because the trajectory of a child who's not reading on grade level, the likelihood is that they're going to be incarcerated. So I'm like, it's all a part of this larger formula, and it's unfortunate. I put myself, and I've always, even my education and the work and the advocacy that I've done has always been to reduce recidivism or stop kids from coming here. I developed the educational programs because my goal is once they are released, that they are, you know, they earn a livable wage, right, to some degree. But when you look at it in its totality, I'm like, man, it's so scary, because when you don't understand the real game that's being played, and when our kids are not, their education is not taken serious, when we're not doing anything to deal with the mental health, we're not doing anything to modify behaviors, we are setting them up to be incarcerated, right? So so again, they do deserve at least minimum wage. So how else do we expect for them to get out and to be a part of society if they're getting out already with 15 strikes behind them, right? So that's just my truth with it.
Well, thank you very much, Nikki.
Nikki, you said you was driving through Texas?
Yeah, she's to one of her programs in Texas,
dope.
And that's what made Andrew throw up, you know, his hand in the producer studio.
But yeah, she's absolutely right. They should get minimum wage. That's as I'm reading here, as I'm sitting there and y'all talking, and I listen to my man DVJ talk, I listen to Nikki just talk. I'm hearing it, and I'm like, and I'm reading it right now. I'm researching it, and more as I'm sitting here. They definitely should be getting paid. Badger State Industries has clients. That means they making money.
Yep. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Truth Nation, the True Talk text lines 833-212-1017. Hot button issue here. We want to hear from you. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We'll be black.
So let me ask you, when the government, and again, I'm doing the air quotes, tightens the belt, who's standing underneath the belt when it snaps back?
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
Don't want you to agree. Honestly, should I be transparent? I don't really care if you agree. I, like you, want to be heard.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, ho, ho. So many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho. Visit the Pella site. And to all, a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
If you've been injured, let our team help get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Community Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. The Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We will be speaking with Marco Morrison, Executive Director of College Possible, an organization helping students access and succeed in higher education. Hear how they turn dreams into degrees with coaching, mentorship, and encouragement at no cost. Again, that's the Community Spotlight this Thursday with College Possible at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Welcome, Black. There's some things there that I know verbiage was a little different. I want to go. We got calls on the Truth Talk text line, and we got some comments on the Truth Talk text page. Dame, are you able to see what's on the Truth Talk text page?
We got, of course.
We got Ryan Bay, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Sonny B, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Start with Ryan.
I erased that one.
Okay.
I erased Ryan Road. Do y'all dummies go to prison on purpose? Get out of here. Because my man just got done talking, and then you're going to say something like that. We honor no disrespect here. Aaron Kawanda, that's good to know. And here at DVJ, big congratulations to you for your beating the odds. DVJ, Ryan, you a clown. I second that. Me and them guts. Woo. Ryan, do you say that about your government? Just curious. DV Johnson, thanks to Kawanda. So, the people are out today. Shout out to Venus Jones and everybody else, that Shining Stars 0514, Willie Jones, Dr. Clarissa, everybody that's on the YouTube chat line in the homeroom.
So, okay, on the True Talk text page, Sonny B, again, great morning, love you, appreciate you, said, shout out to that brother that just called. I done 10 years on parole after doing 8 years straight and never went black. It definitely is unheard of. And there was, it's hard to find a fair pay because technically they are state wards / property / slaves. 13th Amendment, so the state has rights over their property. It's a hard pill.
Yeah.
And that was the comment that I was talking about. I'm on the
We're on a different one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on the True Talk text page.
What Ryan was that?
Ryan Bay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ryan Road over here.
No. That's why I said go to the,
I don't have
but we
access
good
to that one.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to Steve, who's been patiently waiting with us on the True Talk text line, 833-212-1017. Steve, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You're here to talk about the prison system and the wages. What's your truth?
Well, I just wanted to, first off, I want to say shout out to the Tiffany lady. And if she is still listening,
you mean Nikki?
Can go in the chat and put her.
You mean Nikki?
Was it Nikki who?
Yes.
The federal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If she could put her information and, chime in, just put it in the chat. That way you do have some people to reach out to her, including myself, with other states if she's looking to grow her connections as far as developing those programs. So, Tiffany, if you could put your info back in the chat, that would be good.
Nikki.
Thank you. So, Homer,
Absolutely.
Nikki. Real quick, capitalism. Prisons know about capitalism. Those who are capitalists in this country, there's a list out there that describes at least 47 capitalists who are some of our favorite heroes, who are investors into these prisons. And some of the names are masked. Most of the names are masked, but they come in from a private equity standpoint. So, in fact, some of those dollars that are put into your 401ks, some of those companies that take that money actually have investments in prisons. So when you look at it, third grade reading scores are actually the same teachers' monies that are being invested and hoping that they end up back in the system, the school-to-prison pipeline. That's how some of these 401ks are growing and 403bs as well. So capitalism is what's ruling that. And so to pull the cover back, we actually fund the prisons, but on the other side, they're also private capitalist structures. So do some digging on that. Thank you. I was just listening to you.
All right, thank you. On the YouTube page, Jason Hunter, great morning, love you, appreciate you, said, unfortunately, I've been locked up before, and I'll have to say I agree that prisoners working for less than minimum wage is fair. That's the consequences of breaking the law. Again, True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. We want to hear your truth. And Rhea, with the poll, what did the poll look like? What are the numbers?
All right, now, so we asked, should prisoners have a minimum wage for labor? So right now we have 85% yes and then 15% no.
Okay.
Listen, they got the Bureau of Correctional Enterprises is the Wisconsin Department of Corrections.
And thank you, Rhea.
Thank you, Rhea. They do agriculture and manufacturing enterprises in addition to dairy and 2 farms. They operate 14 industries and 2 logistics operations in 12 different correctional facilities. BCE offers for sale, a wide variety of quality products and services while providing vocational training and professional development opportunities to its workers. State and local governments, educational institutions, and nonprofit organizations can all benefit themselves and their communities by purchasing BCE products and services. So I emphasize for sale. Now, I don't know how much they selling them for or what the discount is. Maybe it's just they breaking even. They sell this stuff and it allows them to break even and run these programs. That's what I'm hoping. I haven't looked at more than that. But I'm just saying, anytime you're selling something, pay somebody. You shouldn't be paying nobody cents on the dollar. That's slavery. Even though you're housing them, and then you're going to take out your money for housing them and doing whatever and all of this stuff. My man just said if you send somebody money, they taking money out of that for restitution and all of this stuff.
Yep.
Listen, man.
Because it's a part of their income.
That's ridiculous.
It's part of their income.
And then Nikki, as Nikki was saying, and I thought that was going to be my sister. My sister's name is Nikki, and this is her type of subject. As she was saying that they're using the third grade test scores to see how that's going to, progress, and they're using that to determine who's going to be locked up. So then that's the whole. So listen, that's real quick. That's a whole bitter cycle. So you have third grade test scores being used to determine whether or not you're going to be locked up. but then they don't put money into the educational system. They get rid of the Department of Education. So now those third-grade test scores are probably going to be even lower. So now they're going to be building more prisons to send your damn kids to. Look at the big picture, y'all.
Yep. Movado on our YouTube page, and while you're there, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Shout out to our 5,000 plus. We're on the way to 6,000 now. Movado said, I agree, and I'm sure he meant Jason. I think they should make more than 11 cents an hour, but not minimum wage. Maybe half, but not full minimum wage. They lost that right. Jason Hunter said, regardless of capitalism or not, stay out of jail, and we don't have to worry about being underpaid. Now, post-incarceration is different. And then Movado said 100 to Jason.
I think when people say stuff like my brother Jason Hunter just said, I think they're neglecting the fact that we have a society where we have black people are a certain percentage of the population, but are triple or quadruple that inside of prison. So there's evidence that we're being over-policed. There's evidence that black people are sent to prison more. Even when you look at when white people do crimes, the way that they are treated and put on probation, the way that they are let out, the things that are happening. So you can't say don't do the crime if you can't do the time, if it's not even across the board and if we're being over-policed and we're being sent to prison at a higher rate. So we're essentially being sent to slavery to work and make corporations money, whereas you had the judge in Alabama or something like that that was sending the youth to prison because he was getting money under the table from the correctional facilities. That type of stuff happens more than people would like to believe. And once prisons became an industry, they took all the gloves off. And when they took the gloves off, that means that our racist society and the things that we do are going to show up in that industry.
Yep. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Truth Nation, the lines are still open. Of course, shout out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Facebook and X 1017 The Truth. While you're there, make sure you follow or like if you're doing it on Facebook. And on our YouTube page, hit the like and subscribe button. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. The lines are open for you. It is Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We'll be black.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
A TUC. It's called the Senate Civil Suits for Unauthorized Data Seizures. In the continuing resolution that had to be voted on in order to open the government, authorizes U.S. senators to file civil lawsuits against the U.S. government, including the Department of Justice, for up to $500,000 in damages per violation if federal law enforcement seizes or subpoenas their phone or other data without prior notification. Hold on, wait a minute. If you have been accused of a crime and there's evidence and probable cause, and the federal government or any investigating agency gets a warrant from a judge to seize your cell phone records, there's nothing you can do about that.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very rewarding. It can be very challenging, too. But Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide, but finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, welcome Black. Freedom. You should play Freedom.
It's popping.
Yeah, man. And we're talking about the prison system and the wages and shit. Prisoners get minimum wage, or some people suggested half of minimum wage.
They should get something more than cents on a dollar.
They done the crime. We're going to go to some of the comments on our YouTube page. Let's see. The Jordan, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said this is the only way to compete with China pricing and manufacturing. Movado said, can we normalize consequences for your actions?
Okay, nothing to do with it.
The Jordan said, by the way, Jason, stay out of jail is a surface mindset. The courts/laws and practices of law enforcement has a quota to make. Sure, you are processed, especially if you have not record. DB Johnson said, Jason, your comment don't make sense. You don't want people in jail to earn fair pay, but when released, you are for better wages. A person needs to step out of prison with a head start. The Jordan said, ever heard of DWB, driving while black? Keep speaking the truth, Homer and Dame. Of course, he put Himmer. DB Johnson said,
say Himmer.
Yeah, I did at the end. I said it's truth. I said it's true. D.B. Johnson said, as you should know, most people getting released get little to no help with employment. I found my job and everything on my own, but he put owning. Jason Hunter said, love the hell out of this show. Listening and watching out of Sacktown, Northern California. Junkie Joyce, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Said Dame is an apologist and he sympathizes with criminals. Let the victim mindset go. I'm going to just turn my mic off and see if Dame wants to respond.
I'm not even going to respond to that.
Okay,
if
all right.
you listen to the show, you know I'm not an apologist. I'm the furthest from that. What I am is a realist. Mm-hmm. And what I understand is, and what Junkie Joyce is refusing to admit is the history of this country. And I'm not an apologist for criminals. I'm an apologist for black people that have been wronged by the historic and systemic racism that affects us daily in this country. And to ignore that as a fact and as a play into why black people are arrested so much, as a play into why black people are on the radar of law enforcement so much, is to show an ignorance and a lack of empathy for those that live down the street from you, those in your own family that have been arrested and charged with things. There are so many people that have been incarcerated for minimal things that end up staying in there longer than they should. Where we look at what they're doing with marijuana. How many black people do you know that have been put in prison for weed and now they sell it and tax it and make money off of it? But when you was doing it, I had a cousin that got door kicked in, all they had was weed. So miss me with the criminal apologists and stuff like that. I understand that criminology is wrong and criminal behavior is wrong, but we have to understand is that criminal behavior is not treated the same across the board. And when it's not treated the same across the board and the heavy fist of the law pounds on the poor and the black more than it does anyone else, you can't just sit there and say, well, they get what they deserve and they do what they need to do and they get what, you can't say that. You have to see it as the whole picture, and you just can't regurgitate things that you've heard other people say. So shout out to Junkie Joyce.
All right.
Why are you a junkie, though?
Hey.
Am I reading that right? Did I read that right? Junkie Joyce, holla at me.
Listen, on the Truth Talk text line, remember 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. That's our Truth Talk and text line. You can call in and give your truth, or you can put it on our text page. And we've got Brittany Ferguson, great morning, love you, appreciate you, said, pay these people so we as taxpayers can stop paying for them. These people sound dumb. You do a crime, you can't be productive. It's the crabs in a bucket mentality. Before
you read Al's, it's not about doing the crime and being productive. Y'all are missing the entirety of the point when y'all say that stuff. The point is, once they made prisons become a money-making machine, at that point, it is no longer that you're doing a crime and you're doing the time. They are creating avenues for people to do crime. You didn't hear the lady call who works in the prisons that says third grade, they're building prisons off of how well you read in third grade. So open your mind and see that the determination is made upon how well you can read by the time you're 7 and 8. It's going to determine whether you're going to be a productive citizen or whether you're going to involve yourself with crime. So when our black kids can't read and they purposely get rid of the Department of Education, and so you ought to know the Department of Education doesn't control schools, but it mandates that our schools teach our children and just doesn't give it to the states. The states used to have that right, and that's when you had separate but equal. That's when you had the things that they used to do to black kids, when the states used to rule their own educational system. So when they go back to that, and now your kids can't learn nothing, they can't do nothing, that path to criminology becomes wider. And the other path becomes smaller and shrinks. And they want to build prisons for them because they want to make money off of them. They want them to go to jail so they can make money off of them. Period. All right. Sorry, homie.
All right. Junkie Joyce said, knowing all of that, shouldn't that be a deterrent to do crime? Let me go ahead and read Al's comment, give you a chance to exhale, Brother Dame. MC Dame Ellzey. Alfonso Ferris said, other countries, especially Nordic nations, Norway, Finland, and Germany/Netherlands, focus on rehabilitation via education, job training, mental health, and community reintegration, viewing prisons as learning environments, while Brazil's APAC model empowers inmates to run their own humane facilities, contrasting with punitive systems and showing success in reducing recidivism through dignity and skill building.
Junkie Joyce just said, you weren't a slave, Dame, let it go. Junkie Joyce, we are black in America. Nobody's saying that I am a slave. I'm not saying I'm a slave. I'm saying you are in denial if you don't believe this country was built upon slave labor, and this country is still doing the same things to black people that it did in the 1800s, that it did in the 1700s, that they want to return to that and be able to use your labor, your children's labor, your nephews, your nieces' labor. You need to wake up. I hate when people are sometimes black people are worse towards black people than white people. And it appears when people say you aren't a slave no more, wait, you are denying the fact that this is America and America was built on slave labor, and that's all they know is capitalizing off of the labor of other people. And if they can get your labor for free, they will do it in any means necessary. Wake up. You better wake up. Turn the lights on.
You weren't a slave, Dame. Let it go. Listen. D.V. Johnson said, for those that want inmates making peanuts, you realize that's a negative ripple effect on community when that person reoffends. And Jason Hunter said, there are some. This is all off our YouTube page. There are some situations that leads to crime, and there should be solutions for that. But for the most part, nobody is making anybody commit crime. Junkie Joyce says, you have a good job. You're not in prison. What happened there, Dame?
Junkie Joyce is obviously somebody. First of all, it's Junkie Joyce, and it's a picture of a black woman. So it's obviously a white person acting like, because I can't believe a black person would talk like that. So it's obviously a white person trolling us and being that way. And I let it get to me. And I'm going to not let it get to me no more. Junkie Joyce, you're clocked off. You're off the clock. Junkie Joyce. It's going to get the hell out of here.
Marty Gray said, dang it, trolls on here too. Everybody don't look like us on this app. D.V. Johnson said, the fact that I've been out here for over 12 years and having not reoffended or committed any new crimes is a positive ripple effect on the community that you may not see, but we can all feel it. Reginald Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. The Jordan said, absolutely great follow-up, Dane. Prisoners have always been an asset to capitalists, no different than indentured servants. Junkie Joyce said, I'm black and I'm a realist, just like you, Dame. You just choose to make excuses.
You choose to not know history. If you're black, it must rub off. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Does it rub off? You gonna troll me? I'm gonna troll you too. Let's troll each other. Bunch of trolls.
Let's see, John Larry on our True Talk text page.
I'm laughing.
833-212-1017 said, Junkie George appears to just be gaslighting. Don't cast pearls before swine. So
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds deep.
Yeah.
Don't cast pearls before swine.
Movado
Rhea, do you know what that
said,
means?
Junkie Joyce, he's down with the complaints and excuses. All right, we're going to go ahead and take care of some bills. You're listening.
This is Black Talk Radio.
It is. It absolutely is. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM, The Truth. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with
the Honorable Minister Dame Ellzey today.
Yeah. Bruh, I almost said it. I almost said, nigga, will be black.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Harder Canal Street Spotlight, this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Marco Morrison, Executive Director at College Possible, a nonprofit organization that helps low-income and first-generation students with the college process and sets them up for success in college. Again, that is the Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Harder Canal Street Spotlight, this Wednesday with College Possible at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
Tired of managing your rental property? Or maybe you just don't know where to start? At Odom Investments and Property Management, our professional team handles everything from tenant placement to maintenance and rent collection, so you don't have to. Let us take the stress out of property management. Call 855-ODOM-WAY or 855-636-6929 and experience the Odom way today.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome, Black, to the show. Of course, we've been talking about the prison system and wages. There's another situation that took place in Racine. The mother of a teen allegedly assaulted by staff at a Racine Youth Detention Center wants justice. And I do believe on the TMJ4 website, we do have a video that we're going to get our producer, Rhea Riley, to play. So if you are watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, or X, you'll be able to see the video. If you are listening, you will still be able to hear the audio from this video. Rhea, do we have that clip ready? All right, we're going to go to that clip, and then we're going to talk about it.
Get down! Get down! Get down!
Right now at 5, an alleged assault on a teenage boy by staff members at a Racine County Youth Detention Center. It was captured on surveillance video earlier this year. The boy's mom and the Wisconsin Public Defender's Office are now seeking an investigation.
It traumatized me. And anyone that watches it, I'm pretty sure it's going to traumatize them too.
Kiana Reed tells us her son, who's been serving time in that center and getting treatment, was not protected while he was inside. Megan Lee now with her plea for justice.
The Public Defender's Office bringing this all to light today. They're calling for an investigation into an alleged assault with staff members and a teen here at the Youth Detention Center in Racine County. That mom now speaking out. I want to warn you, this video may be disturbing to some. This disturbing surveillance video from May 27th inside of the Racine County Youth Development and Care Center shows what appears to be staff members punching a 15-year-old boy.
My heart went into my stomach.
Kiana Reed has allowed us to identify her now 16-year-old son as Anthony Elliott Jr. He has been in the county's custody since last December for retail theft and obstructing an officer.
Y'all supposed to be there to get these kids back on track, so they can come back out to this society and try to do better, not break them even more.
The facility opened in May of 2025. This happened weeks later. The video released by the State Public Defender's Office shows 3 men restraining the teen and 1 man repeatedly hitting him.
I can't watch the video. It's kind of hard to even talk about it. It gives me anxiety.
Reed tells me it all started when her son, who faces multiple behavioral diagnoses, got into a fight with another kid in the facility.
I've been through hell and back in waters with my son.
She had a family meeting with leadership at the center a week after the fight.
He clearly assured me that nothing really happened to my son. He was okay, he was fine. They did use physical force. They had to tackle him down.
However, her son's black eye and disposition told her otherwise.
Something was wrong. Something was wrong.
After months of working with the teen's attorney at the Public Defender's Office, they got the video.
It traumatized me. And anyone that watches it, I'm pretty sure it's going to traumatize them too.
According to the public defender's office, one of the staff members resigned after an internal investigation. The other was required to do 8 hours of training.
Your son is in this justice center. He did commit a few crimes, but does he deserve to be beaten up like we see in that video?
No.
Now Reed wants to hold the staff members involved accountable.
I feel like someone.
Again, as they warned you with that today's TMJ4 video, it is tough. It is tough and emotional to see the way that they did handle the 16-year-old. And when I say that that was very, very disturbing, and I saw the video. You get what I'm saying?
That's my first time seeing it.
Oh yeah, no, I saw the video.
That's crazy.
And yeah, like
it's upsetting.
One of the things, and even if talking about there was some resistance or whatnot, there's times if you closely paid attention to the video where one of his arms was like by his side, like it was not involved in trying
exactly
to.
What I was gonna say.
You're
strike. In prison.
You feel what I'm saying?
You're in prison. You have to do what you have to do to subdue a prisoner,
right?
And because you think he's dangerous, fine, you do that.
They look like Rodney King,
but at some point you have crossed the line. Yeah. When my man was giving him hacksaw Jim Duggan elbows.
Man, I said it looked like
back.
It reminded me of Rodney King, the late Rodney King. It looked like the late Rodney King.
That's the one that probably quit because they had quit and then they'd go someplace else. But he's giving him straight elbows to his lower back.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely would have been. She's on the right path. And trying to definitely handle
office
it legally, But yeah, man,
the public defender's office is championing this, and so that just shows you that once they saw it, they was like, "Oh, this is ridiculous."
Yep.
This is crazy. And the fact that this young man is 16 and he's still a young man, he has diagnosed behavioral issues, right? He's still a young man, and he's in there for retail theft and obstructing. He's not in there for murder. Even if he was, he's still a 16-year-old. But wow, that is disturbing to see that. And if y'all haven't seen it and you can't see it, and you're just listening to us, you heard my man grunting as he was hitting them.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I believe producer Rhea Riley, do we have that in the text chat where people can go click on the link?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna make sure that we put it in the chat so people can click on it and you can go and watch it at your own leisure. After we're done, we still on the air right now. But yeah, it again, like I don't see from seeing that video. There's nothing they could try to tell me that could say that it was justifiable.
There's nothing at that
There was
point.
nothing
Because he's already his arm is straight.
Yeah. And then even like and I'm very attentive. I'm very attentive. So even when they had him face down, again, you can still see one of his arms. So even if they tried to say like he was the way they were, and I agree because I'm a WWE fanatic, the way he was hacksaw Jim Duggan with the elbows, like it was just. I'm surprised that it's only a black eye.
I'm surprised.
I think that there may be some bruised ribs and
there's got to be
some of everything else that's
damaged
in there.
Spines, because something.
Yeah, he wasn't playing. They weren't playing. And the way they did that.
The way he was throwing them uppercuts with all of his power. Four grown men. Now. He looked like a big kid.
Yeah.
He's still a big kid.
And it looked like the brother who ended up losing his life down there in front of the Hyatt Regency.
Listen, man.
I'm telling you.
They and that was troubling.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see that and you still think that somehow, the prison industrial complex is a great place, it isn't. It can be like the caller or somebody was saying, or we were reading something, they were talking about how they do in those Norwegian type countries, those countries out there, in Switzerland and places like that, how they do they rehab, right? I saw some documentaries on that where, it's like, they really rehabbing them. They giving them what they need. That ain't rehab right there.
Right.
That's an ass whooping.
Yeah. RC Creation Muse, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you on our YouTube page. Said, that seemed personal. All that swinging was unnecessary, especially to wrestle a person to the ground. Reginald Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, does resigning from a post exonerate one from criminal charges? It doesn't, but sometimes they will say to avoid certain things.
They'll negotiate.
They'll negotiate. Yep, they'll negotiate and say, if you go on and just say, okay, you done. And
depending upon how long they was working there, they might have been vested in state government. And if they've been there for over 7 years, they quit and then they keep their pension and all of that stuff. But regardless of that everybody involved in that needs to. You can't say that the person holding. Well, I was just holding his legs down. Well, you holding his legs down, and this man is up here.
I say it's just like the Hyatt Regency thing. Just like the Hyatt Regency situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I just had his legs. I just had an arm. You get what I'm saying?
And you know what's more disturbing? That was all black people, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. No, it was one white person.
That was mostly black people beating on a black boy.
Yeah.
And that's why I say a lot of times it's the system itself.
Or were you talking about the current video, or are you talking about the Hyatt?
No, the current video.
Okay.
The current video was, I think, was mostly black people.
Yeah.
That's why I say the system itself you get good people in there, but then because the system is the way that it is, it turns them into that. Nobody goes to work at a kid's prison wanting to beat up kids. They probably go wanting to make a difference. They probably go trying to do something good. They think and then they end up, dropping elbows on a 16-year-old's spine.
Yep. Alfonso Fair on the True Talk text page said he held down and it take all that. He held down and it take all that. Damn, they won't do no white children like that. He say he's a black. That's why white children, they have more care. Ryan Bay said, as a people, we don't sue public officials, police, politicians, etc. enough. Enforce your constitutional rights, not just your civil rights.
Hey, listen, this brother's in there for retail theft, and they are whooping his ass. Megan Geyser was in there for attempted murder, and they lost her.
Right.
She was a teenager too. They lost her.
Yep.
She was out in the woods or wherever, going to Chicago, doing whatever she was doing. And this young brother is in there for retail theft.
That part.
And they whooping his ass.
RC Creation Music said he was a big boy, but regardless, nobody should be getting hit like that. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth FM. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey.
We're going to take care of these bills, and we'll be black.
If better sleep has been hard to come by, you're not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhoffels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhoffels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't just do anywhere. Right now, Steinhoffels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our Truth Nation listeners. Head to steinhoffels.com to learn more today. Helix Sleep at Steinhoffels. Better sleep starts now.
Your big night deserves more than just music. Prom, homecoming, graduation, weddings, corporate gatherings. Every occasion deserves a soundtrack that elevates the moment. I'm Kyrie, DJ Ree Maniac Brooks, community leader and your dedicated DJ. From the very first consultation to the last track, I'll make sure every detail aligns with your vision. For more information about how you can make your event unforgettable, visit www.djreemaniac.com. That's www.djreemaniac.com. Make Make your event an experience with DJ Rhea Maniac.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Southbound 43 backing up from just south of Hampton all the way down to Locust. Northbound's backing up out of the Marquette up to North Avenue. We've also got delays on 4394 coming out of the Mitchell Interchange around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. You're back on the brakes from Lincoln to the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94 delays out of the 25th Street area to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's backing up in Waukesha County right past Highway F, and then back on the brakes from 84th Street to Hawley Road and out of the Stadium Interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 37. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, rising temperatures, a chance of showers, a low of 34. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Calling all black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-Owned Business Give Back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. Great morning to you. Truth in the Morning. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. And, yeah, prison from wages to brutality. Man.
Ain't nothing good about it. They whooped that young brother's butt. And like you were saying, and like we were saying in the break and going into the break, is that there are 4 of them there, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of them is doing most of the punch throwing and elbow dropping and stuff like that. But the other 3 are holding him down.
Right.
So that he can do that. So like somebody on the chat line said, it looks personal. It does look personal. It looked like that little boy said something to him, did something to him, but it don't matter. He a little boy because he's still 16. So if you don't have the temperament to have that job, you shouldn't have that job.
I say that all the time. Like even in our schools, like if the students are just too much for you, and I get it. Because it's some craziness, but I'd rather keep my teaching license or whatever role I have at a school that I can work at a school and be like, you know what, I gotta leave this.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
This ain't for me.
Central office, here I come. We gotta have this conversation. I'm gonna let them know, hey, you're gonna need to get somebody down here in this classroom.
This ain't
because I gotta leave. I respect my career. I don't want to lose my credentials because of me and what they saying now crashing out on a student.
And this that he crashed out on this young man.
He did.
Throwing uppercuts. Look, I have worked in security, and I have seen security guards, and I myself have subdued people and gotten them under control without ever throwing a punch.
Right.
You're throwing punches. You're not trying to secure or subdue anything. You're trying to hurt.
Man, he was on some ludicrous throw them bows. He was
trying to cause physical harm and pain at that point.
Yeah.
And those other three, this is just me, y'all. Those other three, there's one holding his legs, there's two on his arms and his shoulders, right? And so they dropping, and while my man is dropping them, once I see him dropping these bows and throwing these uppercuts, I'm out.
Right.
I'm quick to do that. This don't got nothing to do with me.
Right, absolutely.
I've recognized what's wrong here, and this no longer has my fingerprints on it. I'm off.
Yep. Truth Nation, the Truth Talk text lines are open as usual, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. On the YouTube page, Lucretia, great morning, love you, appreciate you, said, can the mother go after the guard that quit in a civil suit? I believe that's possible because you could sue for anything.
Right, and you got this video.
You got that's where I was going.
That's all you need.
That video, that is,
there's nothing that young man, he could have spit on you. But see, you in a prison.
That's
and
right.
They do stuff like that, right?
That's right.
So you have to understand that's what you're walking into. So it's not about you. I'm gonna get my lick back. You signed up for this. You signed up for the possibility of this happening. That's when you go into work in a prison, whether it's a young person's prison or an old person's prison. This is what you sign up for, right?
Real talk.
There is no reason for you to be whooping on somebody's kid like that, and you're a grown person. See, a lot of times people think, and I'm happy that this mother is pursuing this, called the news, got them involved in it, called the public defender's office for her son, got them involved in it. I'm glad she's pursuing this because those officers probably thought, oh, this is just another young in here. His family ain't gonna do nothing. If it was a white boy, like I said, Megan Geyser. Cut her thing off.
Right. And like Allenz said, was at a truck stop. You get what I'm saying?
And nobody even checked on her.
Right.
For hours.
Let me read a couple of comments, and then we're going to go to the True Talk text lines. Sir Chauncey, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said they were whooping his butt like he stole something from each one of their mamas. Jason Hunter said that little boy been in there showing out, and that sorry-ass officer crashed out and let his feelings get in the way of his profession. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Let's get ready to go to the True Talk text lines. Brian, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation. I don't know if you got a chance to see the video. You just was hearing the audio. What's your truth?
My truth is, the child that was in question, that was getting beat, the whole situation probably had something else to do with something that happened prior. I think it was personal between both of them, the officers and the child. And the thing we have to stop doing, I understand the child was 16, but that boy had grown folks physicality. The fact that they had to hold him down like that shows you how strong he was. So he wasn't no little kid.
But hang on,
he was pummeling like that.
He wasn't. Brian, let me interject just to ask you this. Okay, you watched the video, correct?
Yeah.
Did you see where one of his arms was like down, like he wasn't even using his left arm? His left arm was just by his side, and they were still doing the damage. They also had him on his stomach. And you also saw one of his arms by his side. And that brother was dropping some serious elbows on this brother, and I didn't see his legs flailing.
Nope.
You know, that's one thing. If I'm seeing like you got somebody down and I'm seeing him, I didn't see him trying to resist. I didn't see that. So maybe you did, but go ahead. I just wanted to interject with that, but go ahead. I still want to hear from you.
Right. I understand, but the boy was big enough to take him. And he's a tough kid. He maybe should be playing football from here on out. But after he gets these millions, he probably won't be playing. Won't have to play any sports. Yeah, those officers definitely crossed the line, and they're gonna. They may have resigned or what have you, but they're gonna cost us taxpayers probably a couple $1 million for this. I mean, that was too egregious.
Mm-hmm.
This was if these were white cops beating that boy like that. You'd be talking about millions as well. So just because it's black on black crime, I still think it has to be solved in the financial adjudication of the courts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing that she's pursuing it civilly.
All right, that part.
But,
thank you for the call.
Thank you, Brian. Africa Queen on our YouTube page. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Dame.
It don't matter if he's big enough to take it or not. Pause. What matters is that they did it. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It doesn't matter his physical stature. It's the point that wrong is wrong. That's, you know, and too often times, and I heard Dr. Ken say this, that we treat young men like, you know, they are grown-ups. And this is whole commercial. And, you know, I had to think about that. I was like, I work with youth and I want them to become men. And so I tell them, you're a young man. You're a man. You want to be a man. But then I had to fall back and be like, you're still a young man. You're a young man. Make sure I throw the young man in there. You're not a man yet. You're trying to become a man. And at 16, he's still trying to become a man, regardless of how tall he is, how big he is, how he looks. Because that's the same thing the slave owners would say about black people. Oh, you know, he's built like a man. He's, you know, because whatever. He's 6 feet tall, but that don't mean he's he has the mind of an adult. Just because, so you whooping on a kid,
right?
You whooping on a kid at the end of the day, regardless of how big he is, how tall he is, how wide he is. You're beating on a kid.
Yep, and again, and I love that clip with Dr. Ken Harris, Truth in the Afternoon, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, where he's talking about, no, you're a boy. I mean, I think those things are important that we end up emphasizing those kind of things. Like, you're a boy. No, stop. My king, my this, my that. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, they got those type of things are earned. Just because you have a son or a daughter does not mean that they are queen and king unless it's in a royalty sense. But you get what I'm saying? Where they do it in a bloodline sense.
Even in the royalty sense, they have to earn it.
That's right.
They're not just given. They may be a prince. They may be, but they're not just given the crown.
There you go.
They have to show that they have earned the right to carry that crown, right?
Even in Wakanda.
Right. Absolutely. Listen. There is no reason after this young brother is in control for them to, and I even called him a man right there. After this young brother is in control, for you to be dropping bows on him like that,
it was
for
crazy.
you to be throwing uppercuts in his face like that, and his arms is behind his back, you have intentions of hurting somebody. When last time let me tell you something. In 9th grade, we was playing football. Short story. Playing Riverside against Vincent. We got in the fight. After the fight, I started the fight. Dude was calling me the N-word the whole game. I started the fight. I did that. And so during the fight, I'm throwing uppercuts to this dude's face like that. You know what I'm saying? I had his helmet. I had it pulled down. I ripped it off. I'm throwing him uppercut. I was trying to hurt that dude. When you look at this, if you ever been in a fight, you know what you seeing.
That's right.
He's trying to hurt that young man.
Absolutely.
He's trying to cripple that young man to bring him to his knees. He's doing the buck breaking or whatever they say that they used to do back in the slavery. He's doing it. Black people on black people. That's what I'm saying, yo. Let me stop.
We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Again, you're listening to the award-winning 101.7 FM. This is Truth in the Morning. I'm the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother, MC
Dame Ellzey in the building.
We'll be black.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, we're black. And on the Truth Talk text lines, we want to hear from you. We want to know, how would you handle the situation if you were able to see the video or just hear us describing what we saw in the video for those who may be listening to us online or listening while you're in your car, headed to work or at work? How would you have responded to that situation if that was your son or daughter that you saw being done that way, even though they were in a juvenile detention facility? And is that what you expect? So when you think about it, and the other thing about that, Dame, is that is not a good look, because people will generalize it and say, you know what, I bet all of them be doing that.
Yeah.
Because we saw, 4 or 5 people, you get what I'm saying, that participated.
That's all it takes.
So
you
it's
get
like
enough of them accounts.
So 833-212-1017. How would you handle it? And I'm definitely with, like, at the bare minimum, civil. But I think that after an attorney would see that, they would be able to say, no. We got some criminal here.
Definitely,
we gonna go after some criminal. You know, yeah, okay, they resigned, or you know what I mean, done that to try to keep whatever, but no, I just witnessed. It's okay. Let me say it this way: it's the same way of looking at that Cassie video in the hotel.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you. It's like giving me George Floyd. It's giving me Rodney King. It's giving me all of these other, where they literally get beat almost to death, right? And he could have killed that boy.
Yeah.
One of them punches hit him in the right spot, you're going to kill that boy. You know, you're a grown man. There's always, no matter how big a kid is, they still a kid. And there's a difference between kid strength and grown man strength. You're a grown man. You know, at this point. And so it just, those officers, those correction officers, when people do, where have you been for the last 30 years since Rodney King? Where have you been for the last 5 years since George Floyd even? Where have you been? Have you not heard of people, police officers getting fired and going to prison or doing whatever for beating on people?
And they got to know that it's cameras. They got to know that everything is under surveillance. And so my thing is, again, if you are working in a job and it's just become too stressful for you, mentally or physically, be like, I'm tired of these young boys, or I'm tired of this happening every time I go to work, this, that, and the other. Get out of the field, bro, because now you out of the field, but you should be criminally charged with a crime, in my opinion. And I am all with that mother going as far as she can go with this. Like, whatever is at her disposal. I applaud her for doing that. Yeah.
And not just sweeping it under the rug and saying, okay, baby, when you get home, just let it go. Forget about it. No, she is pursuing it, and she should be pursuing it. And too many times, people, parents, and those of young people that have been wrong don't want to put them through the trauma again. So I get that. I don't want them to have to live through that again. I want it to just go away. We can get on without. But part of them getting over it and getting past it is that they get closure, and that closure is provided by knowing that the person that wronged them is now serving those consequences of whatever it is.
That's right.
Part of that closure is that. So if they can't get that closure, like we talked about this before, if you don't know who did something to your family member or whatever, when we were talking about the murders and stuff like that, and you're just out.
Yeah,
it's traumatic.
The person around you, you don't even know it.
Now just imagine the trauma they just put on this young boy. He may act tough and be like, they just beat me up, you know, whatever. I'm tough. No. You don't take a whooping like that and it not affect you in any way.
Absolutely.
We can hide it, we can bury it, but it's still going to affect you, because even though it's hidden and it's buried, it's still going to make its way to the surface in different actions, different ways, different things you do. So I applaud this mother in doing that.
Creates his own PTSD, because now it's like, I could absolutely say if I was in fear and I saw multiple people, and if I was armed,
I'm letting off
probably
shots.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If I just got beat up and now I'm carrying my pistol and somebody
and that situation appears to be about to manifest, you know,
and that's what I'm saying. And so in this situation, like I've gone to fast food places and people have bad attitudes, and I'm like, "You good, little mama?" Whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then they realize what they're doing, right? But they working for Walgreens, they working for a fast food place, right? That's not the same as you're working in a profession where you have the power to do something like this, where your anger can go overboard, and when it does, your anger causes you to drop elbows on somebody. Now you have the within your rights to put hands on this young man, to get him subdued, to get him under control, right? So when you have that type of power, it becomes great responsibility.
Right.
So if you feel yourself getting over the edge, like you said earlier, Homer, if you feel yourself, your cup overflowing with anger,
that's right.
Then you just remove yourself from the situation so you calm down, or it's time for you to do something else.
Right. And if it's been happening on and on, like if this is a regular thing, like I say, you have to get these type of people removed, because we already have people that feel like there's a lot of injustice, and there are some injustice things that are going on inside of the prison systems and the juvenile detention facilities. But I will not be surprised if a lot more of these parents or guardians end up asking about inquiries as it relates to something that their son or their daughter may have said, well, this happened to me and it happened on this date, and can they go black and look at?
Because that ain't the first time that man done whooped the kid ass in there. They know.
Hell no.
If you ever seen the movie Colors, and when Sean Penn, he just joined in the force, and he by the time his third or fourth week, he gets the name of Pac-Man, right?
Right.
Because they know who he is, right? He's driving around in his yellow car, and he's acting wild on people, right?
Mm-hmm. Just like grown folks know Blondie from back in the day.
That's what I'm finna say.
Okay.
This listen, and so, and I was young.
Right.
Blondie was
right.
But the older cats was like, whoo.
Right.
I think that was Blondie.
Yep.
And then they moved around, right?
Yep.
Because he was doing whatever he was doing,
Man,
right?
Blondie was like Chicago PD, the little department that dude got. By any means necessary,
he was
doing some stuff outside the books.
Listen, the older cats would come back from wherever they was at and come back to the block, and they would be like, "Man, I think I left because I think Blondie was creeping around or something." And so they know nobody want to get their hit, but I bet you this correctional officer has a name.
Mm-hmm.
He has something like that, and he be whooping on people.
Yep.
And this time it was on camera, and this mother took it to the right places and got the right people to listen. And that's what happened here.
Right.
Because this ain't the first time whomever he is done dropped that elbow on somebody. That's his move.
Man. Like he got it as a science.
Yeah, that's his move.
So it's a lot of, I believe it's a lot of other people that are in that facility that have had to bear the brunt of that.
Even if it's not that, because that facility had only been open for a couple months before that happened. So wherever he was at before that.
That's right.
And then they moved him there when he got so the fact that he's working in this newer facility probably means he's a senior person.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's working in a newer facility, right?
Right.
And so they probably don't hire people off the streets to work in a newer facility. They move the people. And, it's probably an honor to be in a newer facility. You get to work with the newer stuff, right?
Right.
Like fire departments. The newer stuff is the more seasoned fire. The older stuff is the older, the newer ones.
Absolutely.
Listen, this dude been whooping ass in the juvenile correctional system for a minute, probably.
Yes, I guarantee you that he has a nickname.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He got a nickname. Ryan Bay on the text line said, "Sue them in their public and private capacity." That's a good idea.
Yeah,
and stated some chapters and things to that nature.
They should.
But yeah, that should happen. That should happen. I see Corey DJ Ricky Allen in there like, that must mean that the award-winning Truth with Sherrod Hughes.
Are we at that time?
Yeah.
That was a great show. We had
absolutely.
That was an excellent show.
Powerful.
It was.
Rhea Riley, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right, Dane, what you got to say, man?
It's hard out here for black people, and black people shouldn't be doing to other black people the way we saw in that video.
Shout out to Milwaukee County and Empower. They had an excellent event at the Washington Park Senior Center on yesterday, and I was a part of it. I was the musical conductor for the event. It was awesome. And to all of those people, man, I got an effect on a lot of people, bruh. The love from those seasoned citizens, bruh. It was outstanding.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Even the old folks know you, homie.
Yeah, man. Intergenerational, bro. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the morning, afternoon, evening, night, and hopefully the things we got to talk about in the near future won't have to be within our minute degrees of separation. Love you, babes. Talk to our agent. We are up out of here for now. Peace.
Peace.